It's Luckman, and I'm going to be teaching you how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! For the first time and what it's been going through and the easy way to get into the game. Now, this is the Japanese version of the game. This also applies to the global version of the game. Global's catching up pretty fast to the Japanese version finally after all these years, so it shouldn't be too long until they get the content. In about 15 minutes from now, a new raid comes up, Raid Kaido for Japan, and it's going to come in two flavors, regular raid and the Kai raid. The Kai raid is essentially the invasion or surprise version of it, and that happens when you meet a condition by making a team of two colors, red and blue only for that particular type. For example, right here. This team is already set up to fight against the hardest version of Kaido. Simple enough, because it came out beforehand what the mechanics are of certain parts of the stage. So this team already counters what's going to be coming up in the raid. It takes about 15 or 20 minutes to understand and set and get your supports ready for the raid. So that's a key thing right there. So yeah, like putting in, finding each one, that kind of stuff there takes a little bit of time. So what I have here is a list of just my reds. At the top right, I click that, and as you can see here, it's glowing on the left side. It's red. I can click at the top right, this thing right here. You see that moving? That goes for all, but I want to turn off the skill books. And over here, same thing. I want to turn off the evolution stuff right there, and then that's everything. It's currently sorted by the amount of cotton candy that I use in the characters. If it's 200, it's all at the top there. It's actually a good way of finding characters you use most, because the units you use most should have the most cotton candy. And in the upcoming 10.0 patch coming in a couple days, basically there'll be no need to hold back on units, and all the best units will get plus 300. So that's that when it comes to that. So in the beginning of the game, let's start with the beginning of the game. Let's start with Luffy, because he's the main guy. So easily go over there, go to plus, and then scroll over there, find Luffy over here somewhere. Go to all reds. Because like a lot of units are plus 200. So okay, so in the beginning of the game, it was just all about skilling up your character, skilling up your books, right? Skilling up your character. That's all you need to do. Power up your character with turtles, and then skill up with books. And that's it. And then they introduced cotton candy. And then they introduced awakening with let me see here. Awakening with the five circles with the shapes in there. Then they introduced that. And then they introduced I think support was last. And then they introduced the three things above it, limit break materials. And finally, they gave you support for certain characters. The blue thing at the top right, to the right of Luffy's head, if you will, or the right of you, not actually Luffy's head, to the left of that character's head. Anyway, so support abilities, that came last, the newest one. Now, in the future, I believe, this is coming soon, right? What I believe is they're going to have another one, and that's going to be used for the PvP mode. Likely, you're going to be using copies or a certain item, if you will, to level up a certain character's ability when it comes to that mode. Whether it gives like more power, more defense, more speed. So that'll likely be coming in the 10.0 patch. So the things you need to know when it comes to starting the game is, number one, pop your character with turtles, and then skill them up. I do this still now. Pop your characters, then skill them up, and then use books to get the stuff, and then cotton candy later. Essentially the same order as the game started out week 1, the same thing, and then it goes on and on. So turtles into skilling up your character, which you got to go to Fortnite to get up skill up the characters, skill up the books, and then add the books or whatever to get this stuff right here. To get that stuff, you'll get that every day, daily. It's not really a big deal. In the beginning, when they gave us that, it was so scarce to find them, and then they just gave it to us like candy. So I have like over 4,000 of them. It's way too much that I'll ever spend. And then you can evolve your character at the bottom left over here. That click right there. You can evolve your character, and then it gives you a warning beforehand. You can you can this is Limit Break. This was introduced rather new. We can take it beyond the normal stuff and go beyond. There's a lock over here, and the lock it's rare to get. You got to go through certain events to get them, and then you can go past their limits and get more powerful. Get a shorter CD, so you can do your special moves a little bit faster. Things like that. So that's that when it comes to like one particular character, one legend per se, and you got to do that with all the legends that you have, like the ones that you really care about. That's a better way of putting it. Snake Man, obviously, people want to care about that one. Luffy Ace. Let me see here. What was it? Rebecca Beebe? Yeah, Rebecca Beebe, excellent character there. Louis Zorro, Big Mom, Bullets, etc. Jack was awesome because of the 3X thing. So like, yeah, the characters are awesome, and you do that for every character, and that's it. Like, once you know how to do one character, you know how to do them all. They're all the same thing. There's no extra things or whatever. There's no like -1 per se. Like the only thing, dual characters don't have supports, so that's one less thing you got to worry about. So I can add one more cotton candy to the character, but it's one of my gimmicks. I don't have to do that. Just do that one, turn on all stuff, and there you go. Those are my options at the top over here. All that cotton candy, but I'm not going to do that. No need. So essentially, once you know one, like how to do this one, you power up your character, you skill them up. Support stuff is like rare, so you don't need to do that now. Not super important. So power up your character, skill up your character with books, add the other stuff, the ability books, the cotton candy, and awakening is advanced stuff as well. So you can do that last, and do that with all the characters you can. Like I said, once you know how to do one, you know how to do them all. So that's why it's very simple to do so. Once you know one, you know them all. Same thing with non-legend characters like this one. Same thing. This is a Coliseum character right here. Favorite that one right there with the star right above the power button. And simple. Just tap on the character, scroll around, and yada yada yada. The characters I don't use much are down here at the bottom with no cotton candy on them, or are they still in my box? I'm not going to use them. Paranoia. That's all I got to say about that. Paranoia, because you never know. I think some of the characters can absolutely go, and you never know when there's going to be an event that has like a low cost thing, and they could get into a special ability in the future, like now. So for 10.0, so you could be doing that one. As for the let's go for Kizuna Kisen because it's open right now. Kizuna Kisen is the newest mode to Optc until the PvP mode unleashes in a couple days from now. Here's a little trick for those that are listening to the video. Kizuna Kisen is absolutely the most chill, relaxed mode in the game if you know how to play it right. And the way you play it right is this. I'm going to tell you a secret that no one else knows. Here it is. The secret to Kizuna Kisen is don't do anything. Here's what I mean. In the very beginning, when Kizuna Kisen starts, you have no idea what team to really use in the game. That doesn't really matter. Here's why it doesn't matter. When you click on, I'm not going to click on it right now, but when you click on the hardest one, which you should be doing only, click on the hardest one, go into, here's what you do. Click on the hardest one, go into any stage, but before you do that, scroll through the list. scroll through the point booster character. I'll just go over here right now for fun. Currently, the biggest point booster for this one is Sanji and Pudding, right? So you go to a friend who has that or whatever, and then you use them for your battles. Immediately exit the battle, quit the battle immediately, and then click the bottom left to confirm you want someone to help you out. And then wait. Once time passes by and someone helps you out, because they will, because it's super easy to do what you decided to quit on, they'll help you out, and you'll get all of the points, all the tickets for nothing. You didn't beat any bosses. All you did was pick a high ticket character value, high ticket character. You went in there and quit. That's it. You do this up to like 25, maybe 30 levels, where it's like super easy for people to help you out, and you don't got to do a damn thing, and only get so many freaking tickets. That number, the top right number, next to the tickets, 919. That right there is the amount of tickets I got after getting to the end. I didn't reset the box. This is all I did. And I have 900 plus left. I didn't do anything else. I may have helped out a person here or there, but that's when it was super easy. By the time you get to like level 35 or 40 or whatever, you should have a team ready to help out your other friends or whatever and get like easy tickets, easy points or whatever. So you shouldn't really have an issue at all. So to get a lot of tickets and to get the max character, just pick a high ticket character, go on the stage, and immediately quit. That's it. It's pretty sweet to do so. Let's go over here to the main island that most new players go to. Who cares? Who cares? Oh, later on. Okay. So this island could be confusing to new players. You have these 4 tabs over here. Essentially, they're difficulty tabs, essentially. Not necessarily, but the one on the right is definitely the hardest stuff of the game. So you have this one's like medium, and you have like raids right here, and you have like this mediocre stuff over here, and you have all these special events over here, and you have like evolvers. It's really, basic stuff over here. You barely use that tab. And these like the newer stuff. The newer stuff would be over here in the left tab over there. Do them as much as you can, and that'll be that one. 3 minutes until the raid starts. I timed out my stamina to get full as soon as that shit started, because I'm a genius. So I'm going to go for now. If you have any questions about OPTC, let me know in the comments below. That's it for now. Clack off.